Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and today we're going to be taking a look at this HP Pavilion 6535. And this was a donation to me from a viewer of mine, and I am very, very grateful for this. Here's the message he sent along with this. Hey Billy, here is the HP. Hope you enjoy it. Keep up the great content. Hope to see it in a video soon. Well, here's the video. From Trevor, plus my fiance Jamie, congratulations. And his name is retro_maniac1. So, don't know if he has any videos or not, but go check out his channel. And congratulations on the engagement. I'm very happy for you. But anyway, onto the computer itself. He mailed this off to me, and I am a bit familiar with this era of HP Pavilions. As a matter of fact, my family owned one similar to this for a few years. It was our second ever computer. I don't remember the exact model number of it, but we got it in the summer of 1999, and it replaced the Packard Bell Legend 822 CDT. And it was also our first computer with Windows 98, which was really, really cool. Because I remember my aunt, not the one with the Gateway 2000, another aunt of mine had a HP Pavilion as well before we had ours, and it was running Windows 98, and I was just fascinated by it. All the way the menus would scroll, the gradient title bars, and it made me want a Windows 98 computer of my own, and eventually we did get one. But this particular one is a little bit newer than the one we had. Ours was an early to mid 99 model, and this one is, I think, a later 99 model. And ours also had a zip drive, which this one lacks. And up here we have a spec sticker. And this computer features a Intel Celeron processor clocked at 466 megahertz. I'm thinking maybe slot 1. 64 megs of memory. 8.4 gig hard drive. Got some expansion slots. 56K modem. Integrated Intel video. Probably not the best in the world. 40-speed CD-ROM drive. Polk Audio stereo speakers with PowerPort technology. Those were speakers that would have been attached to the monitor, which I do not have. One-touch keyboard with internet access. Again, I don't have that either. And it's hardware certified year 2000 compliant by HP and NSTI. So, thank goodness for that. Okay, we'll turn it around. And look at the rear I.O. For some reason, the I.O. shield is sitting right here. It should be over here. I'm not sure what happened here. But for ports, we've got 2 PS2 ports for mouse and keyboard, 2 USB 1.1 ports. Our HP from this similar time frame was also our first computer with USB ports. Serial, parallel, VGA out, sound and game port, and our modem. And the power supply, which I am very familiar with for the most bizarre reason. For those who have kept up with Nostalgia Mall lore, you may recall almost 11 years ago when I got another Packard Bell Legend 822 CDT. The day I got it, it fell off the desk and landed on a power supply that came out of an HP very similar to this and completely crushed this power supply. And that 822 over here is, I think, looking at this computer going, fresh meat. And it looks like the Hewlett-Packard quality seal hasn't been broken, so maybe this computer's never been opened. That would be interesting. Which would mean we'd probably have to change out the CMOS battery, but we will do that later. Right now I want to power this up and see if it works. Presumably it does, because Retro Maniac 1 said he did install a fresh copy of Windows 98 Second Edition on here, or was it Windows 2000? I don't remember now. But either way, that OS is not going to stay on here because, thanks to archive.org, I have a restore CD for this computer for Windows 98. So we're going to give that a try on here in this video. So let me get this hooked up and we'll give it a try. Okay, got it hooked up down here with the Carolina Flyer. I've actually unhooked the Carolina Flyer and hooked its stuff up to here for the KVM switch just temporarily, so we can see if this works. By the way, the that used to be an Intel Inside Celeron sticker, but I have a new one on order from Geekenspiel, so that will be replaced. So, let's see what happens. Okay, we got a VGA signal. Monitor takes a little time to warm up. Okay, so this is Windows 2000 he has on here. I couldn't remember if it was 98 or 2000, but this answers our question. Do have speakers connected. Okay, keyboard seems to be functioning. And that was probably the floppy drive seeking. Sound card works. Wonder what the DOS compatibility is on here. It's a little slow. I'm guessing it's still running on the original 64 megs of RAM. Whoa. Something very wrong just happened. Yet it still seems to be seeking the hard drive, so why did the screen turn off and the keyboard stop working? Let me look into this. Okay, I just turned it off and turned it back on, and that seems to have helped. Just did it again. What on earth is going on here? Well, I moved it over here to where I usually use my XP machine, and I've had it running for a few minutes now, just sitting here, and it seems to be working okay for right now. Maybe it just didn't like that KVM switch I was using over there. I'm hoping that's all it was, because right now, so far it seems to be working. And we can see here that the CMOS battery also seems to be working, so it's either been replaced, which I kind of doubt, seeing that the QA sticker hasn't been broken, or it just has a really good battery that's lasted nearly 25 years. So, yeah, the date is correct. Now, one thing that does concern me is the VGA signals seems to be a little bit on the wavy side. And I was just talking to my friend Elmall3, who also had one of these at one point years ago, and he said that this is likely the symptom of a faulty power supply. And unfortunately, I don't have a replacement for it. I used to, until my Packard Bell fell on it. Oh yeah, we definitely want legacy USB support. We'll turn off all that. We'll turn on floppy check. And we'll exit saving changes. And we'll just hope for the best. Yeah, I remember that splash screen very well. And let's head back to Windows, because I do want to test the CD-ROM and floppy drive. Now I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, hopefully it was just that KVM switch not liking this computer. Oh, that needs adjusting. Can we do an auto adjust on here? Just remembered I don't have a mouse hooked up over here now. That might be a good thing to have. Let me go scrounge one up. Okay, had to reboot for the mouse to function since it's PS2. Yeah, this is a very fresh copy of Windows 2000. It's like Service Pack 3. Go to our device manager, see what we got going on here. Okay, it's picked up everything except for the modem. Yep, Intel 810 graphics, not the best, but for a computer like this, no big deal. Okay, got some kind of AC97 audio on here, so probably means once we get Windows 98 put back on here, we probably won't be getting very good DOS support. Might not be out of the woods. There might be an ISA slot on here. Who knows? Because I have yet to open it. Okay, let's first test the CD-ROM drive. Now, where's that restore CD? Okay, found it. Let's see if it'll read it. Okay, should not have spun down. Let's try this again. It seems okay. Let me just to calm my nerves, let me try one more CD. It's Firefight, one of my favorite games. Okay, auto run doesn't come up, but that's probably a Windows 2000 thing. Okay, I think I'm satisfied. I think the CD drive is perfectly fine. Now let's test the floppy drive. We'll just use this Compaq Armada 1750 setup disc and see if it'll read it. Alright, looks like we're in. Both drives seem to be functioning. And now let's do something that a lot of you guys don't enjoy. We are going to change the hard drive out for an SD card. It's just my preference. I'm not saying anyone else has to do it, but that's just my personal preference for stuff like this. In fact, I have a adapter bracket coming in the mail soon that will fit in the the empty 3.5-inch drive bay on here. That will house this card. Yeah, I'm beginning to suspect this computer's never been opened because these screws are in here pretty tight. Been in here for almost 25 years, I guess. Ugh. Good grief. I certainly don't want to strip it. Okay, let's try this one. Here we go. This one here. Just take the rest of these cables. They might get in the way. It's pretty tight too. One more. The metal seems a little bit warped for some reason. That's slow enough. Okay. Best Tech power supply. Yeah, those are not the best. Oh, what a shame. No ISA slot. So I might be putting a PCI sound card in here instead that may or may not have good DOS support. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So, one thing I also want to do, where do I put the thing? I have another 64 meg RAM stick I want to put in here to double the RAM to 128. But I don't know where I set that darn thing yet. Okay, found it. Along with a network card that I think I'll put in here. And I'll take the modem out and put this in here instead. I think we'll have a much better time with that than we would a modem. Now, where's the RAM slot? Okay, I stand corrected. This is actually a socket 370. I think our Pavilion we had when I was a kid was probably a slot 1, but this being a little bit newer, socket 370. The thing I don't like about these HPs is they're very cramped inside and they are not service friendly. So you have to maneuver just right in order to get this in here. As usual, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would. It was a pain getting that RAM stick in there. was in a very awkward place. You can't get your hand in there, and the only way I could get it in there was to take the power supply out. And even then, it was pretty difficult. But I got the RAM in there, got the network card in there, got the SD card in there. So I really hope, after all that, all this will work. Okay, I'm not gonna plug everything back up just yet. Well, I already got everything plugged back up. I'm not gonna put the lid back on just yet until I know this works. Oh, it's in a very precarious position, it looks like. Okay, I don't know. I missed the all that, but all right, 128 megs of RAM, a 32 gig SD card. Thank goodness everything worked. Now, one thing I did notice earlier that I need to rectify is it's set to AM when it's actually PM, so 22:49. I'm contemplating on whether starting the system restore tonight or wait until in the morning, because it is getting a little bit late. So, yeah. Looks like everything is good. Except for that weird line on the screen. And the num not working. Weird. I don't think there's anything on this SD card, so it's probably not going to boot. Yeah, I think it's just going to hang there for now until we get an OS on here. So, yeah, I think I'll finish the rest of this in the morning. Well, you smell like a skunk, and you really shouldn't. Okay, for some reason, Jimmy Stewart's in here heckling me, but anyway, it's the next morning, and it's, well, not really morning anymore. It's almost 12 noon. We are ready to go with doing the factory restore on this HP Pavilion 6535. And I've already lost the recovery seal. Oh, there it is. Well, let's fire it up without knocking it off the desk. I guess it'll boot from the CD. It does have a floppy disk image on there that I can make if need be. Okay, it's doing something. Setting up for the HP Pavilion recovery program. Whoa. That ain't right. Well, maybe the CD drive isn't as healthy as I thought, but it seems to be working now. Welcome to the HP Pavilion Recovery CD, copyright 1997-1998. Press any key to continue. The CD contains a backup copy of the software originally installed on your Hewlett-Packard Pavilion PC and may be used to restore your hard drive to its original factory configuration. The CD may only be used with a Hewlett-Packard Pavilion PC. And, of course, the usual disclaimer all these CDs have. This will erase the hard drive, but there's nothing on here anyway, so we have nothing to lose. Okay, we'll tell it to recover. We'll do a format and recover. But being an SD card, it doesn't take all that long. Okay, that didn't really help. I'm trying to adjust this so you can see everything on the screen. That ought to do it. And hopefully the computer doesn't fall off the desk. Oh yeah, this is how a lot of Windows 98 recovery CDs used to work back then. I know my Toshiba Satellite 2505 CDS has a similar process. It does about a bunch of inflating and extracting, but mostly inflating. But hey, in the kind of economy we're in right now, we ought to be used to this. That's as political as I'm ever going to get on this channel. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, as far as what kind of version of Windows 98 we're going to get with this, I can't tell you. I know our original HP from 1999 had Windows 98 First Edition, I believe it was. This one, being from late 1999, it's going to be a toss-up. Because I really can't say, we're either going to have First Edition or Second Edition. If it winds up being First Edition, well, that's not going to stay on here, because we are going to be upgrading it to Second Edition, because as I've said in many videos before, Windows 98 First Edition is not allowed in this home. So, yeah, if First Edition is what we wind up with, it will be updated to Second Edition. So this may take a little while, so I'll pause the video here and let it do its thing. Okay, finished recovering files, but not without incident. The computer halfway through this actually completely turned off, and I could not get it to turn back on again. But eventually I was able to after unplugging it and plugging it back in several times, so obviously we have a failing power supply in this computer, so we're just going to enjoy this while we can. If anyone has a replacement power supply for this computer, please let me know. It's kind of a weird shape, so I unfortunately don't have any replacements. Let's go ahead and do what it says and remove the CD. Hit OK. And we should boot into Windows for the very first time. Or not. Huh. This is what it was doing before we did any kind of restore. Is the master boot record messed up, I wonder? Huh. Okay, I finally got... Oh, not working. General protection fault. That would be McAfee for some reason. Huh. I had to go into Windows F disk from this boot floppy and set the partition active. For some reason it wasn't set as active, so that seems to have fixed it, but I don't know why McAfee decided to crash like that. Well, I don't know why. It's McAfee. That's what McAfee does. Okay, I guess it's doing something. The only thing I don't like about not having a physical hard drive anymore is you can't hear the hard drive clicking. Of course, they do make special adapters for that now. Numlock's not registering. That's not a good sign. I may just have to redo this whole restoration. Now that everything seems to be sorted out. So I also did a sys command on it, and that may have done something weird to it. I don't know. But I think it may have frozen. Okay, I think I found why this computer is acting a little flaky. Yeah, we've got some bad RAM. I don't know if it's the one that I added last night or if it's the original stick. But either way, we got to do some RAM swapping, which means taking the power supply back out. But if it'll get this computer to work right, then that's fine with me. Okay, I took the stick of RAM out that we put in last night, and there seems to be no errors now so far. So yeah, I think this may be a bad stick that I had. So I'm going to see if I can find another one to put in here, and we'll be back. Okay, trying another boot with different RAM. I replaced both 64 meg sticks with just one single 128 meg stick. Already I feel like we're getting a little further than we have been, so yeah, that may have been causing a lot of our issues. Just a bad stick of RAM. Yep, here we go. I'm still suspecting a faulty power supply, though. That's still going to be an issue, I think. Let's go through this. Okay, that's the network card we added. Wow, it actually has a driver for it already. That's convenient. Second edition. Okay, we've already got second edition on here, so we don't have to update it. Yeah, we'll let it reboot. So yeah, I think we solved our big issue there. And that bad stick of RAM has been properly disposed of. So I don't wind up using it again in something else in the future. Okay, I don't know what the holdup is here. There we go. Put my name in. Yeah, look at all that waving. That's not healthy. Alright, we've got the Windows 98 out-of-box experience. I usually don't get to see this. Register. Do you hear sound? Yes. You've successfully set up Windows on your computer. Okay, there was no reason to do that in Windows. There we go. Thought I was in Pacific time for some reason. Free electronic registration. That's not going to do us much good. Yeah, remind me. Now, what have we got going on? The computer must have at least one modem for the sign-up process to continue. The sign-up process will halt now. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. And just like other HP systems of this era, it uses the Utopia sound scheme by default. We're going to get the Welcome to Windows 98 splash screen, because my old HP did that. Guess not. Oh, I bet that would annoy people back then, all this flashing on here. Connect to the internet, take a tour of your computer. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Alright, HP Pavilion. Our support information. Everything is accounted for. Even the network card by surprise. Crystal audio codec. So maybe it does have some form of DOS compatibility. Do we get any, yeah, let's change it to this. This looks less obnoxious. Games and entertainment. Media rack. Oh, that's always cool to have. It's 112, not 212. Disney's Daily Blast. It seems like every computer in the late 90s came with that. And that's how everything looks here. Let's do a quick Canyon test. Sounds like the Windows software wavetable. Let's just check that. Nah, I guess it just sounds similar to that. I would like to run this in the Windows media player, not the media rack, if I can. Well, it actually sounds different. Or maybe not. Sounds about the same. We don't through programs yet. Okay, we got easy internet sign up, some fax software, HP Internet Center, HP updates. Got Microsoft Works, looks like version 4.5. Always a must-have on these computers. Encarta 99, CD required, don't have the CD. Got Microsoft Money. Money 99 it looks like. Okay, never really had a reason to use that. Works calendar. Okay, that looks good. And Yahoo Pager, whatever that is. And Real Player. And McAfee, that's going to be uninstalled. Okay, I think I'll connect an Ethernet cable up to here and access my network and try a few games. Okay, got the network cable hooked up. Let's, I'm just so curious, I can't resist. Let's try a DOS game. I usually go with Skyroad's Christmas Special because it has both the ad-lib and the Sound Blaster digital support. Here goes nothing. That's not a good sign. Sound keeps repeating and there's no music. Now this should work, Epic Pinball. Or not, it'll commit an illegal operation. So this may not be the best computer for DOS gaming, unfortunately. I mean, there's always the option of adding a good PCI sound card on here. Yeah, even that's not working. That's unfortunate. Sound's not even working at all now. I think I broke it. Okay, I booted into DOS mode, and it seems to have its special own kind of DOS environment, like a real mode DOS you'd see on Compaq. Let's just see how this works, if at all. Complete utter silence. Yeah, the only way we're going to get DOS to work on here is with a different sound card. Because this is just not DOS compatible, unfortunately. It's a shame it gives you real mode DOS with the CD-ROM driver and the mouse driver, but no sound. Kind of miss out on a lot of stuff that way. So yeah, may have to experiment with a PCI sound card on here. That's a shame. As for the HP we got back in '99, I can't remember what the DOS support on it was like because by that point I wasn't playing DOS games anymore, so... Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of McAfee. But I'm curious, what is your software choice? As a new HP Pavilion owner, you can receive 3 software packages of your choice. Simply look for the brochure included with your computer, which I do not have, and take advantage of this offer today. Can't do that. Sorry. Don't have it. HP Help. Just let me look at the user's guide. Oh, I need the CD for that. Not too bad about the DOS support, or lack thereof, I mean. Quicken, that's something else that can be deleted. Do we have a support ID? Yes, we do. I guess it would only be fair to at least try a Windows game on here. We'll try out Firefight since that's handy. I don't want a newer version of DirectX.
Electronic Arts, Epic Mega Game, Chaos Works, Firefight.
Kind of an awkward angle. And I'm used to playing this with a controller or a joystick, so this is a little awkward on the keyboard. spacebar to shoot. Well, this confirms the CD audio's working.
You have found a secret place.
Well, fire. No, that's what happens when you eat too much McDonald's. Firefight works perfectly on here. So yeah, everything seems to be working fine. My only two complaints is one, the power supply needs replacing. If anyone has a replacement they could send me or sell to me for this, that would be great. I'd greatly appreciate that. And the lack of DOS support for games is kind of disappointing, but that could be remedied with the right kind of PCI sound card. So, thanks once again. Thanks once again to fellow YouTuber retro_maniac1 for sending this computer my way. I've had a lot of fun with it so far, and I thank you for allowing me to enjoy this computer. So until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and X. You may also support me on Patreon if you'd like. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.